What's going on, everyone? This is Apollo and welcome to the Quakey XR tutorials. In this video, we're going to go over image target AR experiences. So by the time that this video is done, you'll fully understand how to create an AR experience, how to drop in some assets, how to make them animate, and also how to use the on-tap node. We're going to create this tutorial step by step because every step can actually be its own AR experience. We're going to start with something simple, and then we're going to work our way to something a little more complex. And again, by the end of the video, you should be able to fully understand how to create an AR experience. Let's get started. When you create a new project, you're going to start off like this. Every project starts off as an empty node graph. It's barren, it's boring, until you bring some life into it. Like I said in the previous video, every experience starts with your experience start node, and it ends with your scene output node. Everything in between these two nodes is your AR experience. It's actually an app that runs on your browser. As I said, we're going to work with the image trigger. Now, if you want to create an image trigger, all you have to do is either click this button that says trigger, or you click on assets and then there's a blue button here that says create trigger image. We're just going to click on that and it's going to open up the trigger image system. You can choose whether you want a flat image, which is normally, graphics, banners, t-shirts, paintings, anything that has a flat image, or even if it's slightly curved, it'll still work. Or you can choose cylinder. Cylinder is more for like cans, bottles, cups, anything that has a wrapped label would be considered a cylinder. But today we're going to work with flat. You can drop an image or just click to browse. Now I already have the assets already prepared because I'm going to show you step by step how to create these experiences. So what we're going to do is create an image trigger for one of my older business cards. And we have the business card right here. We're going to use that as the trigger image. Make sure where it says selected, it has the name of your file that you've chosen, and then you click continue to crop. Now you are in the cropping system of the trigger image platform. You can zoom in. I would recommend zooming in a little bit so you get as much geometry as you possibly can. The better the contrast between the colors and the design, the better your image is going to track. Now you can also pan and move it around and stuff like that if you want. The more information that the image tracking system has would greatly increase the quality of your image tracking. So after you're done, you're happy with that crop, use crop and compile. Now you're going to see your image target. The image that you used is now uploaded to your assets panel and it is under the category image targets. You know that if it was accepted, once you get this green sign here, it says trigger image accepted and compiled with 8th wall quality. It gives you a scorecard, 85 out of 100, saying that it is a strong image. So it'll scan the image and let you know whether the image that you want as in trigger image is going to work or it's going to give you bad tracking. We are using the 8th wall image tracking engine, but what I've done is created my own algorithm to make it smoother, to anchor the assets to the image trigger a little more effectively, and a few other improvements into the tracker. So with the image targets, you can create up to 10 different image targets for this one project. So all they got to do is scan the QR code once, and they can scan multiple trigger images. And if they scan all of them at the same time, then all of the experiences that are anchored to each trigger image is going to show up at the same time. If you go over to the build panel over on the right, you'll see under triggers, you have 1 out of 10. And if you go over here to your assets panel, it shows up here 1 out of 10. So it tells you how many trigger images you have. Well, once you're done uploading it and you have the sign saying that it succeeded, now you can drop your image trigger into your node graph, and that becomes its own node. And as you can tell, your entire trigger image is inside that node. So that node is going to change shape depending on the shape of your image trigger. After you've dropped your image trigger into the node graph, you're going to notice that your image trigger is in the 3D viewer. It is transparent, so you can see right through it. And the reason why it's transparent is because it does not get rendered when you're opening up the experience. That is completely invisible. The purpose of this inside the viewport is so that you can create your AR experience around it, inside of it. However you want to create your AR experience is totally up to you. But this image trigger being in the 3D viewer allows you to line everything up correctly so that everything you see inside here is exactly what you get in AR. So just keep that in mind. Whatever you create in the 3D viewer shows up in augmented reality. Now that we have the node already created for the image trigger, now you can wire the output of the experience start to the input of the image trigger. Why? Is because once the experience start opens, once they scan the QR code, your experience start fires. And now it wants to know what happens next. The image trigger initiates the camera. So what happens next? The camera opens and it's looking for this image trigger. Once it notices the image, what do you want it to do? Do you want it to show a video? Do you want it to show an image, a series of images? Do you want it to show a 3D model? Whatever you connect after the image trigger out of this socket would be the very thing that gets rendered in augmented reality once the camera recognizes the trigger image. So the camera is open and it's looking for this image. When it sees it, what does it render? Now you can upload your files. Let's say I want a video. We're going to choose this video here. This is a video that I pre-created. And as you see, any other uploads, when you click on upload files, any file that you upload will be automatically categorized into its appropriate category. So we just uploaded a video, it automatically went into the videos container. The same thing with 3D models, VRM avatars, animations, audio, images, and of course you see the video there. Now that you've uploaded your video, now you can drop in, just drag and drop into the node graph. And you can see each node has its own design. This is a film letting you know that this is a video node. Also, in the 3D viewer, there's this black box. That is the video. But I know what you're saying. Well, it looks funky. It looks weird. Why is it looking why is that looking like that whenever you turn it? Well, that's because the video is taking the same space as the trigger image. So we're going to wire this socket, the output of the image trigger into the input of the video node. And now you see the flow, the little blue duck flows into the image trigger and it flows out of the image trigger into the video node. So now once you click and select the video node, now you can move the asset, and if you go into your inspectors panel, you can loop the video. So now that's set it to loop. You don't want it to be muted, you want it to actually play audio, and then you want to tap it to play, because now once you tap the video, it'll play the video. So if you scroll all the way down, you can crop the video, you can crop the top, bottom, left, right, and you can focus on one section of the video. You can also change it and move it around, but we're looking for the overall size. With the overall size, you can shrink this video down so that now it plays maybe hovering slightly over the business card. Because like I said, anything you build around this image trigger, which is your card, shows up in AR. Now that we've set the settings, tap to play, and it loops, now we can drag the output of the video node over into the scene output node. And once you connect it, both nodes activate, letting you know that your AR experience is alive and it's waiting to be built and published. So that's it. That is a simple AR experience using an image trigger, which happens to be the business card, and a video node, which happens to be the video file that we have just uploaded. We've positioned it and shrunk it down to size. Now, click Build. Your experience is built, and now when you click on the Build tab, you have your QR code glowing. Whenever you click on Build, you'll see it initiates. You can copy the URL, you can download the PNG, or download the SVG. This also tells you what your link is right here as well. If you go down below, it tells you how much storage you've already used in your entire account out of the 2 gigabytes that's allotted to you. You can see the project payload only has 2 assets. You can see it's in the yellow. Total size is 45 megabytes, which is really good for an AR experience. That's actually really excellent, and it's only a video. You have 1 trigger image and you have 1 media file, and it tells you what your largest asset is of course the only asset that is in the project, which is that video file. So let's try it out. I'm going to do it live. I've overlaid my phone screen over this 3D viewer, and we're going to click on camera, and we're going to we're going to scan the QR code, and now it's loading the experience. And once it opens up, your camera is going to open. And now if you look on the very top, it says point camera at target. So the target being the target image, which is our business card. And immediately you're going to see the black box show up. You can tap on the play button, and now in augmented reality, the video is going to play, and it's tracked by the image. This is a very simple AR experience. So this video was just to show you how to create a simple AR experience that you can create within minutes. In the next video, we're going to add some more elements, some images, turn those images into actual tappable icons that will take you to your social media, your website, or do something special. Until then, go create. You burn bright from the pin floor. Take you a piece of golden rose. When on the wheel starts funning boom, your dreams in another little room. Go Quakey XR, Quakey XR, Quakey XR, Quakey XR, Quakey XR. Maybe Socrates and wisdom. We got